Okay, fine. Yeah, okay, thank you, bye. Okay, so let's start my topic first. So this is my first topic is array list. I'm talking about first, sorry, array. So, so what is array? So basically, I don't write too much theory, so I just write some basic stuff about array. So this is array. What is array means is array has a fixed length. It's not dynamic. Array data types are primitives object. Example like this is this one, and we have another lot of different kinds of array array definition in online. So I just write just a couple of object in here. So like as I download one difference between array and array list like this. If you want, you can show this instance like is array. What is array? It's origin array sounds primitive types data and also object defined in language itself means fundamental data structure, fixed size, store similar data. So this is for basically array. So I am going to focus on my programming today. So how array is works. So let's start programming about array. So this is I already made my package. So I'm going to make a one class for using array. So now I'm making my main class is public static void main. So how array we can define two ways. Just one is we can define array two way like as one is and this is integer like as integer. Mm. So basically array has fixed length of limit. So I just data in here. So this is my one array object. So this is just one array object. How I can write another way we can define array object like this is like integer. Okay, int. Okay, so I'm showing so how its array so it's now so its length is it's showing is if I want to show you how much is this array length, so it's integer dot length. So run this. So how it's gonna showing. So, sorry. So it's showing is six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my array length is 6. So in here I can use for loop for find out my array length and array. So let's using for loop for integer I equals 0 and I is less than integer dot length and I plus plus system dot out of print elements length and then integer I. So let's print this one. Yeah. So for using for loop, we can show we can see how we can retrieve our data, array list data like is so this one is for only for my length array length and this one is for my what is data in this my array like is it's 24, 49. This is showing this one in here. And so this is basically we can add using array in here. So just for only just one way we can define this array in here, and another way we can define array like as if it's integer t, sorry, so I can put in limit in here like as I can put 5. So this is my limit of array because array has must mandatory for limit. So the for fixed length of array. So this is another way how can we can define array. So for this one we can define this array. Okay, this is my object name it equal, this one should be 0. This first element, first one, and then again put 1 or 1 equal to. Just I just want to keep simple because I can't explain too much good. Just I know how it's work, but I can't explain this well. So if you have any question, let me know. I will try to give answer. Otherwise, Fahim by and Ibrahim by everyone is there, and they will try to answer your question. So let me know if you have any question, guys. So so this is another way we can define array. Yeah, yeah. Just I just keep simple. This is just one integer value. Just if I want to, I can put in here any value like 45, 65. Yeah. So this is another way we can define this our array. So and we can retrieve our array in like using for loop. So just basically, but this two way we can using our array, we can define our array. This one is one way and this is another way. So most of them I think using this way because this one is looks short way and looks good, and this one is looks like a longer way. So it's up to you, whatever you are comfortable just using this. Anyone can use anyone. So let's this one if I want to for loop is for first one. So for sorry equal, sorry 0 and auto print ln it. So let's run this one. So I think it's should be same result. No, it's not same result because I changed my data number. So let's run this one. So what's gonna be happen? Yeah, so it's showing integer I equals to 45, 56, 53, 54, and last one is showing 0. So this is basically just define array and how we can retrieve this array using by two way. So just and this one is just this array means just has a fixed length. It is not dynamic, and array data types are primitives objects. So this is for basically array we use length, and array list we using basically just size. So this is the main difference between array and array list. So now let's talk about array list. So what is array list basically? So array list is a generic resizable collection implementation of list interface. Array list is dynamic. Java array list is especially used for managing a large number of object. Example like array list dot size, and in array we use in array dot length. So this is the main difference between array. We can use length in array list, and we can use size for array. So that's basically this one is for array list and this one is for array. So this is the main, and this is the most common question, I think. So for interview question, they will ask, for interview, what is difference between array and array list? So this array is not dynamic, and array list is dynamic, and array has fixed length, and array list don't have any fixed length. Array is generic. Let's say. So this is the common difference between array and array list. So let's start with make a program using array list. So first we are going to make my main method be public static void main. So under this main method I am adding some value like first make my array list. Array, array list. So this is basically this string is generic string. So in array list for this one, so an array list and my object name is array list is equal new array. If I put in here array, it's automatically showing in here, so I don't write everything whole list. So that's just click enter, then it's automatics comes up, and it's automatics is in here import. So I don't need to import again for this one. So if it's automatic comes up in here. So this is the basically for IntelliJ. I like IntelliJ rather than Eclipse. So IntelliJ is more easier than Eclipse. So this is that's why I like this one especially. So this is my array object. So now in under this array object I'm add some value in here, like this is my object name add, sorry, array list dot. There are a couple of options like add, remove, size. A lot of different option is there. So I am adding some option like array list dot add. So let's copy this. So, okay, so in here I put some like as apple, banana. I like fruits. That's why that's why I wrote in here fruit. Star, and, uh, what other things? Uh, Orange. Okay, so this is my okay, okay, cherry, cherry. So this is all my array elements. I just make this all elements for array list. Array list. So now I am retrieve this array list using two and three different. One is for loop, another one is for each loop, another one is iterators. So I'll show you how to remove this array list from array elements from in here as from these elements, and I'll show how to retrieve this array list from different way. So first let me show you how the list of my array list. So like is system.out and then list of list one. So this one is showing my all and list in here. So let's run this one. We run this one, so it's showing in here. Yeah, so this list of array list is apple, banana, grape, mango, watermelon, orange, and cherry. So this one is for just for all array list is here. So now I'm ready using for loop, regular for loop, and then using for each loop, and then I'm using iterator first. This both is three items is giving same result, but I'll show you how it works different way. So let's start for first for loop for I equals to 0, I is less than array list dot size. In here I'm using size because it's array list, and I can use array length in here because it's array list. This is the common difference between array and array list. And I plus plus. So the system out. So this is my object name is array list, and then so, system out of print array list object name array list get index. Right. So this. Yeah. So it's showing in here all my array list is there, apple, banana, grape, mango, watermelon in here. So this one is for one way how we can retrieve this array list in here, and another way you can remove this array list like this. If you want to remove array list, like array list dot remove object like this. True. So let's run this one. There you go. So is the number 0, 1, 2. So this is we don't have any grape in here right now because I already removed this one. So that's why we can remove this array list. This easier way, and we can another array list to remove like dot remove index because index name is like is orange, orange. Yeah. So they don't have. I don't have any cherry, orange, and grape because I removed this array list. So this or these two way we can remove this array list, and we can add more array list in here if I want to add array list in here, and so we can find out list. So let's see another way how to using for each loop for array list. So let's see for string because this is my string type array. Then string name, this is local variable name, and my object name array list bracket, and then system dot then a local variable name. That's it. And let's run this one. There we go. So this is another way for using for each loop. Yeah, so this index is for this one, the first one, and this is remove two elements from my array list, and then we make this for each loop, regular for each loop, and then I made for each loop, another for each loop. This one is for each loop, and this is for each loop. So and this one is for regular for each for loop, and this is for regular for each loop. So let's make iterator, using iterator, how we can find retrieve this data by using iterator. So let's iterator is iterator is my object name iterator, and then new, so not new, and my array list object, array list object dot iterator. So this is iterator object. Basically this is my local variable. I can use any name in here, it doesn't matter in here, but it depends whatever you want to use in here. So this one is, you can use local variable, you can use any name in here, and this is my object for iterator. So how to make iterator, the method. So now I have to use while loop in here, while iterator dot as next bracket, and then system out, and iterator dot next. So let's run this one, make another. So if this one is for my iterator, so let's say it's both the same result. We can find out different way, and the same result is using for loop and regular for loop. This one is for each loop, and this one is for iterator using by iterator. So same result we can show in here. So basically, so this is basically for using array list. How we can use array list or different way and different result we can show in this our console. So, thanks, bye. Thanks. And so this is different way we can retrieve our array elements in here. And so this is basically for array list. And so let's talk about linked list, how it work linked list. If any question, do you guys have any question about it? Because I don't know, I'm going so faster. Do you guys understand my talk? And if you have any question, let me know. I'll try. I'll try my best for giving this answer. Thanks, Anand. Okay, so let's move on. Add linked list. Thank you, bye. So let's move on linked list. I know I can't explain too much good because but I know how it's work and how it's this programming work, but I can't explain so good. So that's why I am just writing and showing this program how we can retrieve this data in different way. So let's using linked list. So what is linked list? So basically linked list is in here. So Java linked list is a way to store collection of elements like an array. This can be character of an integer. Each elements in a link stored in the form of node. It's basically linked list and data list is basically same result is showing, but it's difference between linked list and array list. Array list is here like what is difference between linked list, and its linked list is better for manipulating data, but array list is for storing and accessing data, and is insertion slower for array list, deletion slow for array list, insertion deletion fast for linked list. Take less memory, but this two is both same. Take less memory. Array list internally using dynamic array to store the elements, and linked list internally use double linked list to store the elements. And array list elements random access interface, and linked list does not implement random access interface. So this is basically for difference between array list and linked list, but it result is basically showing same. Is we can use different way how can retrieve the data in array list is I used three different way in array list, but in same method I can use in array list is linked list. It's same works, is not different anything, but it's something thing is fine, but we will be discuss tomorrow more about this. It's just how array list and linked list is different, basically more as between those two links. So I am showing you how a linked list works now. Okay, so now I'm going to make my main method is public string main. So now I'm adding some elements in here. So this first I have to make my linked list object. So linked list generic string. Then I choose a string and linked list. I can use list, linked list, anything in here. It depends on up to you. You choose any name in here. It doesn't matter. Then new linked list is automatically comes up in here if I just put in capital L and then just showing everything is here. We don't need to write in like is. I'll show you again. So new let's shift L and it's showing in here how it works. Everything is there. So just click on here and then enter and it really comes up automatically. So this is easier way for writing programming so fast. I think so, but I am not too fast practicing um, typing, so that's why I'm using shortcut. So okay, so now I'm adding some elements in under my linked list. So linked list dot. In here we have different OS, remove size, and different couple of options there. So I'm using just add string. So I'll copy this. Sorry. So let's paste in here. So I have to post some values here like one. If simple is there, two, three, four, five, six. So it's basically linked list and array list is basically showing same result. So we can find out how different way this result in our console is. In last array list we use three different way. In linked list is same different way we can use the same method we can use in here. Is for loop, regular for loop, for each loop and iterator. So let's use first for loop. Regular for loop for integer I equals to 0, I is less than linked list dot. In here I'm using size dot I plus then root linked list dot get index. So let's see run this one. Yeah, it's work. So this is basically same method I'm using in here. Previously I used array list, same method in here is linked list and array list. We can use same method, but it works. So but it's in this difference between array list and linked list is linked list is better manipulating data and array list is just storing data and deletion fast, iteration and deletion slow and take less memory. These kinds of basically just difference between array and array list. So but its program in here program is its result is showing is same for array list and linked list. So let's using for each loop for linked list string local variable name colon and my linked list object name brackets variable name. Otherwise, yeah, it's work. So it's basically this 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then again is 1 2 3 4 5, and this one is result for this one, and this one is for this one. So this is basically same result, and we can also use iterator in here. Iterator, iterator equal my linked list object name dot iterator, and for iterator we have to use while loop. So that's while, and then local variable name iterator dot as next, and then using bracket, and then system out, and then local variable name dot as next. So it's basically it's showing same result. Let's say for this one is iterator, so let's run this one. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this one is for this one, is for this one 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this one is for second one. It's basically showing same result. How we can retrieve our data using array list and linked list is showing same result, and we can delete this. We can delete also from array linked list, like as linked list dot remove index. You can show it 2. So this is for 0 1 2 3. So it's showing the 3 is gonna be delete. So remove from list. So let's run this one. Nice. Yeah, there's no more 3's there. So it's remove 3 1 2 4 5 6, and then 1 2 4 5 6, and then 1 2 4 5 6. No more 3. You can delete. We can delete easily from a linked list and also array list. The same way, we can delete these elements, and we can delete another, remove another oil, like is linked list third remove object, right, for this is another. You can just run this. Yeah, so 1 2 5 6, 1 2 5 6, and 1 2 5 6. No more 2 and no more 4 and 3. So 4 and 3 is deleted. So this is for linked list. So how we can use retrieve data, and how we can adding data, and retrieve our data using my for loop, regular for loop, for each loop, and then using my iterator. So do you guys have any question about these three topics? Just let me know. Uh, have any question? Is I'm going so fast, or okay? Okay, so now thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to map. It's how using map, and I'm using to analyst by how is to use analyst, and so let's using map first, and then I'll show you is dark, and then QA. So let's first start map. Oh, this one is fine. So first I'm using hash map. So basically, what is map and what is hash map is in here. I'm not writing too much. Just is map is the map, like, is the basic container class in Java, is actually an interface. Map is kind of interface. Not kind of, is map is basically interface. A map describes a class that provides key and value pair for storing information. The key gives the data a unique name, and not two entities can have same key, which makes it possible to search for the key and always return unique value. Any number of key can have same associate value, and hashmap, basically hashmap allow null key and is not synchronized and thread safe. Hash map object value are iterated by using iterator. So this is basically map and hash map in here. So let's know one program how it works in program hash map and map. So, so I'm using first map, the map, and I'm using two string and string. So my object name is called map. It depends whatever you name, or you can use any name in here. And new hash map. Oh, sorry, thanks. Yeah, probably string. Okay. So include my main method. I'm using my hash map. Thanks, Arnold. So let's add some elements in map, and dot. So I'm using for map. I'm using put string key and string value because I put in here string. So I'm using put string key and string value in here. So let's add some first string key and string value. So string key means Nevada. Yeah, from Nevada. Las Vegas. Map. Put string. California. San Francisco. New York. Because our campus area name is Studio. Yes, Studio. What else? Dot. Mm, so let's some different name like is Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Dhaka. Dhaka. So this is basically for some I add some value in here. So this one is for basically my key value, and this is for key, and this one is for value. So basically this is for map, how is map works. So this one is for first one is key, and second one is value. We can use in here number, string, integer, double, any value you can use in here. So for map we can use for each loop how to find out or retrieve our value. So let's start in for loop in here. So in here we have to use for a loop for map interface. We can't use for each loop, a regular for each loop. Like let's try for each loop first if it's work. So for string Yeah, it's not a for each loop. I think it's not working mapping because I put in here two string in here, so I have to using for each loop. It's different for loop like this. Let's try this one for. So this is for my map interface map, and then after using string because I mentioned two string here and I have to write in string this string in here. So let's put a string comma string and then my local variable name like this name and then my hash map object name is map dot antiset. I'm getting error in here. Oh, sorry. So for map interface dot entry, I have to select entry in here entry and then my string string and then my local variable name anything any name is like this I put in name and then colon then map dot antiset then bracket. So this method I have to use in here otherwise it's not work. I have to move one more bracket in here. There you go. So it's work. So this method is regular for each loop method is not work for mapping. So because I'm using two string in here, so that's why it's not work regular for each loop. So this is for another form loop method is for using mapping. So map is basically interface and then anti-set. So now this system.out.lm and then I have to find out my key value and key and values. So I can find out. So this is my local variable name dot get key plus string name dot get value. So let's run this one. So this one is for this key, this one is for key, and this is value get value. This one is for value. So this is basically for key and value how to find out for get value and get key. So let's run this one. Yeah, so now it works. So it's showing Bangladesh, but I wrote my method is first Nevada, California, New York, Bangladesh, India. Then what is showing in here is Bangladesh first, New York second, California third, Nevada fourth, and India first. So so this is basically for hash map. If I using hash maps, then it's showing a random result. But if I using linked hash map in here, so then it's gonna be showing is all my orderly, like is what order I wrote my program is showing the same one. So let's try linked hash map in here. So map map string string my map one. I think it's map one in here. Then new new link linked hash map. I'm using linked hash map in here. So there's what's the difference between hash map and linked hash map in here. So let's cancel this. And this is one. Change this. Uh, also this one. Yeah. So let's now I'm using linked hash map. First I use hash map, so then it's showing random variable in here, like random elements. It's first showing Bangladesh, New York difference, and so if I using linked hash map in here, so let's run this one. What happened? Yeah, so this is now basically the difference. So now it's showing what orderly I wrote my program. It's showing the same order if I using linked hash map, but if I using new hash and just only hash map in here, so then it's showing it's in different way in the console. But if I using the linked hash map in here, so then it's showing is this way. It's showing is this way in here. So this is basically for map and hash map, how it's work map and hash map, and so. Do you have any question about map and hash map? No. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm using two array list and using hash map. How it work two array list by using hash map. So let's try this another. Let's make another class. Hash. Okay. Okay. So in here I'm gonna be using two array list and how to retrieve these two array list in just using linked hash map. So then I'll show you this two array list how to work two array list in one linked hash map method. So first I need my main method. So big starting. So this is my main method. So under this main method I'm going to first my array list. Make my first one array list like uh, list. Then it's gonna be string. I was gonna get string. Then it's my array list name is like first one I call Bangladesh. To be small in here. And then it's new array list. So this is my one array list in here under this and one array object. So I'm adding some elements in here. So it's Bangladesh and add string like is Dhaka and Bangladesh dot add treatable, treatable, Bangladesh dot and Kumilla Bangladesh dot and that's not more Bangladesh dot and okay, so this one is for my one array object in here, and under this array object I add some elements in here. This is my array object in here, and I'm going to make another array object. This is called array list string, string. This array list name is like USA equal to new array list, and under this array list I may add some other elements. USA dot and so I'm adding in here California, USA dot add USA dot add Oregon, Oregon USA dot add USA dot add New York, New York. So this some add and some elements I add in here. Sorry. And in here, these two array list I'm using by linked list. How it's work by linked list. So these two array list. So it's marked by showing last class using two array list how it's work and using linked list. So now I'm using my linked list in here. The linked hash map in here. So how can use for linked hash map? Basically linked hash map. So link, I'm using linked hash map in here, and this is my string comma list string, and then my current country string, what's wrong? So let's make list string, and then my local variable name. I put country, CUNTRY country equal to new linked hash map. New linked hash map. So this is my linked hash map, how it's connected with my array list basically. So now I use local variable name country dot root string. I can write anything here, some Bangladesh name plus Bangladesh. Oh, basically in here I can't use plus, I have to use clone in here. Clone comma. There you go. And another country some USA instead. Comma USA. USA. So then I am using for loop in here for get value and get entry for under this country name. So this is my correct country value. So under some Bangladesh name, what kind, some Bangladesh city name and some Bangladesh kind state name in here. So I'm using for loop in here. So for my interface is map dot entry. Then my local variable name. So I can use any name in here. Name. Then colon. Then country dot entry set. There you go. So now system dot out is out. First get key and then get value. Okay, so local variable name dot get key plus space plus name dot get value. So this is basically just I can use two array list. You can use more than two or three, four, five array list in here. How it works. So just I use two array list and using for loop. So let's run this one. So under this array list, so this for USA country name and Bangladesh city name. So like this, if I run this one, so yes, yeah. So some Bangladesh city name is Dhaka, Chittagong, Kumilla, Khulna, Jodhpur, and some US state name is California, Nevada, Oregon, Utah, and Nevada, and New York. So this is basically for how to array list using by linked hash map with using by map and connect with linked hash map. So this basically how it works. So the Mafi by last class, and this shows how two array list are connect using linked hash map and map. So this is basically for map. And I am almost my most of them is done. So I have less left is maybe stack and QE. So let's talk about some stack. Do you have any question, guys? Do you guys have any question about this linked hash map or array list? Thanks. Okay, thank you. So let's start stacks. Okay, what is stack? So basically stack is, so let's see here. So stack is in the data structure. It is Boolean. It is based on LIF or last in first out property means last in first out. It is used two components on elements in the stacks push for adding the elements into the stack, and pop for removing the elements for the stack. So this is basically for stacks from topics, basically how it's work. Stack it's showing a lively human last min for last in fast out, which what value just we add in last moment. So this value is basically showing fast. If we mention in peak, so then it's showing the last immediate value is showing the peak value. So this is basically for stack. So let's start from make a program using stack. Oh, sorry, use stack stack. So first I need my main method public static for main. So under this main method I'm adding some value using stack. So first I had to make my object for stack. So I can make my object for stack. So let's stack okay, stack generic string string then stack in here. Skip simple stack and then new stack. So this is my stack object. So under this object I add some elements in here. So let's add some element stack dot push. For stack we basically use push item. Push means uh, adding elements push. So let's stack some elements like again I can use one stack dot push to stack dot push 3 stack push 4 stack push 5 one more stack dot push dot 6. So it's basically stack dot push means edit elements in stack under this stack object. So this is basically what is push. What is push? Basically, what is push means? Push means add elements in under stack object. So under stack object, so how it's work? Push element. So for push, we can use for each loop. We can use just a regular iterator for finding stacks variable, and we can remove, delete. So let's using for each loop first for string and local variable name colon then stack. So in here, so let's using stack dot pop. So what's gonna be print in here? If I using pop in here, so what result is showing in here? Pop. If I using pop, you know guys, what result is showing in here? If I using pop, if anyone know what result is if I using pop in here, so what result is showing in here? Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. So what result if I using pop in using in here? So what result gonna be showing in my console? No, anyone know what value is in showing in this here? So let's run this. Oh, it's showing error, so it's fine. But it's showing 6 first. Basically, pop is basically used for which value last I add in here last. So these value I add last time is here. So it's showing immediate value and is terminate this immediate value. So this I last time add this 6 value. So it's basically show that in 6 value and it's terminate this value 6. Yeah, it's basically stack is basically follow the just last in first out. So it's pop means if I using pop in here, so it's terminate this last value and is showing the console in last value. So let's if I using iterator in here, so let's iterator and it is equal to stack dot iterator. Let's see what is showing. Iterator dot I think stack dot. Let's run this. I want bracket is there. Yeah. So it's peak. Basically, peak means what is peak means is peak is showing just immediate last value, and pop and peak is basically peak just pop is just terminate the immediate value and showing the same value in console, and pop peak is showing the same value in last immediate last value last in past out. So this is basically for peak showing in there. So this is peak in here. If you're using pop in here, so it's terminate this last value and showing the last value in the console. So this is the main difference between pop and peak. So if I was to remove some item in here, so stack dot remove object like is 3. So get index. So this is basically just for in stack how it's going for pop and peak, just using stack for push, just basically add items, and peak means basically just how to show them as just main just last immediate value for showing is peak, and pop is showing immediate value and terminate this same immediate value for pop. So this is basically for stack work is basically just follow the last in first out. And so let's talk about some QE. uh, I'm trying this one for print this whole value, just try one more time. So, no, okay. I'm using for each loop. Let's see, for string, string, let's look at the variable name, stack, name, string around, name, let's run this. So now it's all. So it's basically I can use for each loop in here for showing my whole value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So and I can remove value, I can delete value. If I using right now using stack like stack system dot out between stack dot pop stack dot pop elements. Let's run this one. No, it's not working here. Yeah, so this basically just for stack basically using last in fast out and just using push, and push means just adding some elements in here, and then pop means just add immediate value. There is if you're using pop, so that's just showing immediate value and terminate this value. If I using push the peak, so then it's showing the immediate value after terminate this value, and then it's showing immediate last value. So this is basically last in fast out, for using stack. So let's talk about some QE. Probably. So in QE, we have priority QE linked. We can using linked QE, also linked QE. So first I'm using linked QE, then I'm using priority QE. So let's make a one QE object. So then QE string, then name QE equal to then new linked list. So first I'm using linked list QE. So let's add some value in here. QE dot in queue we have two offers. We have two options like as add and offer. These both is same works. So add works is same and offer is both the same. So I'm using both options here. Like first I'm using add some elements like I'm using some names like as him QE dot offer. I'm using offer in here. Using Ibrahim QE dot add sign dot offer dot offer. Sign and you dot add sign offer. Then let's find this name. Add and offer is basically same or so just using some add, some offer and some offer. You can use more add in here if I want. So let's q dot add. Let's take some names. Let's come random name. So okay. So this basically in QA they have offer and they have different option like as in others option like if I using QA dot this bunch of option is an offer, add, remove, eliminate, speak, pull, clear, size. There's a lot of different options there. So I'm just using two options here. Add and offer is basically these two options work the same. So that's why I'm using this one. So now I'm using linked list QE. Okay, so I'm using for each loop in here. So for string, local variable name, anything, then QU, and then system dot out and name. If I run this one, so then it's showing all person name is here. It's for him, Ibrahim, but I'm using link list key in here. So then it's showing Fahim first, Ibrahim, Sayam, Jaman, and Hossein Sujon. So if I using in here is priority QE, so then it's showing priority means it's just showing ladder. What ladder is fast? It's ascending order is showing priority QE basically. So let's try priority QE in here. If I using priority QE, so let's close this QE string QE. Just priority QE. So let's run this one. Yeah. Okay, if I using in here Fahim Hossein, then it's showing Khan, Jimon Ibrahim, so but because it's F, if I using him like is copy, so copy. I don't know it's correct or not. Let's run this. Yeah, it's just priority queue basically just showing ascending order. Like H and then I, K is basically just basically this priority first and then showing different others names. So this is basically for priority queue and linked queue. So there's we can use both. Is if I'm using linked queue, so then it's showing chronological order like what orderly I wrote my program is showing the same way. So let's showing this one again. Let's if I run this, so then it's showing Kobe Ibrahim, what orderly I wrote my program is showing the same order in here for linked list queuing. But if I use in priority queuing, so then it's showing priority based order. Like this, yeah. So this is basically for priority queue using priority queue. Do you guys have any question? And QE also just last in fast out in QE. In QE we can remove the arrow like as if I was to QE dot remove to, let's run this. You know to sign in no more sign is there, so it's, you can remove in here any name. I think sign. Let's not remove. So let's QE dot remove object. Okay, it's, let's run this. Why is not remove? It should be removed, but I don't know why. Right in here. Look. Yeah. So now it's more. So it's basically we can remove or we can remove from in here just using QE, but it's easily just using name and object. So this is basically for QE. And do you guys have any question? I don't know. I think I did so fast. I don't know how you can understand, guys. Is this lecture and this mentoring because uh, is uh, I think I did so fast all topics because it's tomorrow it will be fine by mentoring. He will discuss about briefly tomorrow these topics and also data connection. So I just I just try, but I can discuss too good. I can explain so good, but I know how it works and how how what it's supposed to do. But problem is I can't explain so much good. So that's why I just doing my coding and then show how it's work. So there's if you guys have any questions, so just let me know. So, but this all topics was my today's mentoring. If you don't have any questions, so I'll stop in here. So that's all. My today's mentoring object. So this one was my all today's mentoring object like array list, linked list, stack, queue, map, and hash map. So that's always my today's mentoring. Thank you so much for joining this mentoring. I think I am complete so early because I still have 1 hour 30 minutes left. So maybe next mentoring we'll be talking about more times. So this is my first time mentoring in here about Selenium and programming. So I was basically nervous, but I didn't. This is my first time mentoring is there, and I can't explain so well. So it just and I don't know if it helps for you guys or just if it works, that's fine. But I'll try next mentoring. Will be doing good, and I'll try to spend a lot of time for next mentoring. So this mentoring will be just for these topics, and next mentoring will be about our Selenium framework. So next week is after midterm, maybe next Sunday after any weekdays our midterm, and then next week start our Selenium framework. So this mentoring maybe next mentoring we'll discuss about our framework. We will mentoring everyone making their own framework, and they will do their mentoring about Selenium framework. So I'll try to my next mentoring. I'll discuss about briefly about my next topics. Thank you so much for joining everyone. I'll so now I'm that's all for today. Thank you so much everyone.